Okay, everybody, I thought I'd bring y'all along. I'm going to be moving my bees today from their swarm trap into their permanent hive. So I'm starting a little fire in this smoker so that when the bees get upset, you can just kind of give them a little poof of smoke and from this, just a little bit, and that calms them down in case they get out of hand. And I'll show you what I'm doing so far, which isn't much. Okay, so the bees are in this box right here, and I'm going to move them into that box, and I'll show y'all. I'm going to bring you along for this process. So we're just going to give them a little smoke to calm them down. I'm not sure what they got going on in that box, and so I have some extra frames I can put in here and all that. So anyway, I'm going to get more set up, and as soon as I get ready, I will bring y'all back. Okay. So I'm going to try to do this, and we'll see how it works out. I'm doing this swarm check today by myself. I don't have anybody home with me today. So just as a precaution, I'm going to wear all of my safety gear. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see me or not. Put on my bee suit. We're going to do this without gloves first. And I'll go over with you in just a minute what all the cool stuff is that I have and the tools that I'm going to be using. Zip this up. Okay. I really should be having a hat on because this seat's a little bit too big for me. There we go. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see me, but I'm ready. I'm going to put on my gloves. Well, I'll show you what I got here first. Alright. Alright. So what I have here, these are some empty frames. They have, kind of looks like a honeycomb on either side. And this is what the bees can build their honeycomb on. I have some vegetable oil that I put in these little traps. These little holes are not big enough for the bees to be able to get in, but varroa mites and ants and whatever else, if they get in there, they can't get out. So that kind of helps the bees out, keeping robbers and stuff out. This is just a really fine bristle brush to just kind of swoop the bees out of the way. If I see the queen, which I'm not an expert at finding the queen, but if I find her, I'm going to put her in this clip while I transfer all the bees into the box, and then I'll stick her in there, and then when I'm done, I'll open it and let her release her into the hive. So that's where we are so far. And then this is a hive tool. This is for, you'll see me using this, but this is to scrape off dirty stuff and unwanted stuff, and this is to pry the frames out of the box. Anyway, they're going to go in here. So this is where I'll start the bees. I'll move the swarm over here, and I have 2 extra frames in here already because I will probably need them. If I don't, I'll take them out. But so I'm going to put the frames in here. As the hive grows, instead of adding box on top of box on top of box, all I have to do is remove a slat and add more, and scoop this down and add more frames. So the hive continues to grow this way instead of up, and then that prevents me from having to pick up 90 pounds, 100-pound boxes of bees and honey. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. I hope I don't get stung. I've only gotten stung one time doing this before, and that was because I squished a bee with my finger. So I deserved that one. But anyway, I'm going to get on this. It's getting warm out. It's supposed to be super duper hot today. So I want to get them in here and get back in the house. So hold on one moment and we'll get this lid off. We'll see what's going on inside this hive. I'm trying to use this tripod, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. But I will do my best for you to show y'all, because this is kind of cool. Let me see if I can lower this down a little bit. Okay, I'll make adjustments to this camera if I need to. Okay. So I'm going to put my gloves on. Oh, and over here also, I don't know if you see this metal thing that's hanging on the top right here. This metal thing. I'm going to be hanging each individual frame on that while I inspect it and look for the queen. And then I'll bring y'all in for some close-ups, so you can see what's going on. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up taking these gloves off because usually they just get in the way. But I am home by myself today, so my little hive helper, Sam, got a job at Starbucks. So I got to do everything myself. But if she was here, she'd be out here helping me. It's a lot different when those kids grow up. You got to learn how to do stuff all by yourself again. But anyway, all right, we're going to get this bee smoker ready and take this lid off and see what we've got going on. But I want to go ahead and put this over here. I want to be prepared as best I can be. And when I'm doing this, I want to make sure I keep that other end of the box blocked off so that they don't have access in there, because if they get stuck in there, they can't get out. And hopefully we've got some good news in here. And hopefully they haven't overbuilt this hive, so let's see. Ooh, they're doing a beautiful job. Hopefully they have a queen. Okay, so this one's empty. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Okay, so I'm going to take this frame out. I really don't, I'll show you. These bees are super duper calm. Okay. I'm just going to tamp them off down in there. Being very gentle. I don't want to injure any of these bees. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I want y'all to see in here. Well, I turned the camera off. Alright, let's see. I'm going to let you look in here. Let me see if I can get a flash. We got a flash. Look at all these bees, y'all. They're doing such a great job. And I'm hoping so much that I can find the queen. Okay, so let me put y'all back up here real quick. I'm not an expert at this, and so I really need to be careful. Seems like every year when I get bees, the ants kill them all. So hopefully we can keep the ants out of them this year. I'm not sure why my camera's sitting crooked. Oh my gosh. Let me figure this out. Okay. I'm just going to bring y'all over here. This is not professional, obviously, y'all. It's not. I feel a whole lot of editing coming on. Okay. I hear that bees like to attack cameras, so we'll see. Y'all might get stung. Okay, let me get the first one out and we'll take a look at it. Alright, let's see if we can find this queen. Okay, so they're just building the comb. So she's not laying or anything yet. So let's look at the other side. What do y'all think? Do you see a queen? Queen bee? I don't think so. Alright, so we're going to put this in here. Actually, look how they're hanging on there. Isn't that cool? I hope they have a queen. To me, somebody that's better experienced, I think they're building a queen cells. There might not even be a queen. Let me look at the other side. She might be out on her mating flight. I'm not sure. Y'all, I couldn't be more happy. These bees are so calm. Considerably. I mean, I'm invading their hive. Okay. Oh no. Not what we want to happen. This is not what we want to happen. Okay. This is not what we want to happen. Okay, I'm going to have to look really close for the queen on this one. Okay, I'm going to try to hang this up without damaging anything. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. And my suspicion is if there's queen here, she's going to be on this one because they're getting a little bit more testy. Looks like they've got nectar going on in there, but look, they have built this comb down past. So what I'm going to have to do is cut that off. And then this is not what I wanted them to do. Alright, I'm going to look and see if I can find a queen. And I might have to see if I can get some help with this one. Because they built it way out, like past the frame. I don't know if you can see that. That's not good. Okay. Anyway, we're going to get through it. Let me put this phone back up here. You can't do nothing with gloves on. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to tip y'all down a little bit. I guess I'll have to just scoot you back. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to have to cut the end of that frame off. Alright, I'm still looking for a queen. This is a different kind of a frame. I think this frame, if I'm not mistaken, is either for them to either lay or make drones. But here, look, somebody with experience tell me. I think these that they're building, I don't know if they're just starting to build the comb or if these really look like, excuse me, y'all, I'm being quiet because I am just searching. Okay, these are just worker bees. When I'm putting these back in this box, I'm trying to do it really gently so I don't squish any bees. Alright, let's look at this one. She might be in these bundles, but I don't think so. See that bundle there? She could be in that. I think I'm just going to work on getting them in the box, and then maybe next week, we won't drop the hive. Okay, they're mad at me now. I done made them mad. Sorry. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot these in here. And I'm just, don't go in there. I'm going to get this covered up quickly so no bees goes down in there. Okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this one more hive, one more. Oh, I got to have room to put that one back in. Okay. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is just take my knife. I'm going to take my knife and cut this off. Let me see if y'all can see. I don't know why this camera's so wobbly. Behave. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to scoot you back a little bit. I don't know how to work this camera. So I'm going to just cut that bottom piece off. shake those bees off in there. Now, y'all, I have done made them mad. Alright, we're going to scoot this real close together because I do not want them making that comb like that. Okay. So now, alright, now I'm going to get these put on here to keep them out. Can y'all even see what I'm doing? No, you can't. Yeah, I got some editing to do. Anyway. Alright, I've got this side blocked off where they can't get in here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and poof them a little bit to calm them down. Everybody's upset. Everybody's upset. Okay, so I'm going to take this box. Y'all, they are very upset, and I'm not doing a very good job at this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little... You know, I think this is amazing, though, because I have all these bees around me, and they are not even trying to sting me. They're just like, what's she doing? What's she doing? Get out of here. Well, they might be trying to sting me, and I just don't know because I got this bee suit on. Okay. Come on, y'all. Get off of here. And I can go back later. I'm going to review the footage off of this and see if maybe I missed the queen somewhere. I don't think so. I think there's just not a queen in here. But... so what I'm going to do is scrape them away, get everything away. Look at this beautiful comb, y'all. Isn't that perfect? Look at it. It's beautiful. Anyway. Alright, I got to get this box closed up. But I don't want to trap any bees in here. So I'm going to close it really slowly and take this off. Alright, we're going to start closing this up. And my bee thing, my smoker ran out of smoke. No bees in here, y'all. No bees. Out, out, out. Once I close this, they won't have access to this top hatch. So I don't want any bees to get trapped in here. Okay. They're in. And we'll take these gloves off. Okay, I'll take that down. Let's see. Okay. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to figure out how to get these bees out of this box. Because I don't want them to swarm. So I'm looking for the queen. Oh, I got to open this. Probably should have left my gloves on for a minute. So this is how they're going to be going in and out. And I think, come on, off. until they get all moved in here, and I just squished a bee behind there. Come on. So they're going to be going in and in there. All right. I'm going to pause y'all for a second and try to get these bees out of this box and into their hive. So hold on. Okay. So I got all the bees out of this box. And they're all around and in this box. I also forgot to put in the oil catchers to kill the varroa mites and stuff. So I got that put in there. I'm just going to slowly come in here and try to kill as little bees as possible. Alright. Come on, get in there. Get out of there. Okay. That's good. Oh, sorry. You gotta move. You can't be in there. Okay. Alright. Got this one. As much as you try, y'all, it is just impossible not to harm some of the bees. I mean, it just happens. Like it or not. Okay. Alright. Get those spaced out good. Okay, now most of the bees are away from here. I wish I could have seen the queen, but it was just... I don't think there is a queen in here yet. I think she might be on her mating flight or something. Okay, so the door's open. That's empty. We still got a couple of little bees hanging out here. But look, they're swarming the door. They're learning their way. So, let's see. They're going in. And now look, y'all, they have tons of room to grow their little hive. Anyway, I'm gonna let's see how they're doing. They're doing pretty good. Okay, I gotta get this box out of here. They're still smelling some stuff on this lid. Let me get this out of here. Okay. I think I'm done. I'm just going to get out of here and let them calm down and find their way in. And then next week we'll do a better hive check and I'll have this camera figured out maybe. And anyway, I hope y'all found that interesting because I just love beekeeping. So thank you so much. Bye-bye. Okay, just one quick follow-up. Okay, so I've got all my stuff packed up. I'm ready to get back into the backyard. Have everything put away. And look how many bees are left out. So they're doing a really great job at getting in there. Very calm. I don't have my bee suit on anymore. And they just are not bothering me at all. So anyway, I think we're going to just let them be and let them do their bee thing. And I'm going to take some notes on the day. So that I'll know, make sure that I don't miss a bee check to check on them and make sure that they have a queen. I'm just really excited. This is a different kind of a bee box than what you typically see. You usually see the boxes that are all stacked on top of each other and all that. This is kind of the same thing except for they grow out and not up. And it makes it good for people who just, can't deal with picking up all that weight because a hive box is extremely heavy. And the last thing you want to do is drop one like I did that frame. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that, and I'll bring you along the next time.